I saw another video which made me want to do this, so I did it. And I made tip X here to make it look like the Japanese version. That's what I did to most of my trains. The buffers too. I didn't do anything to his eyes. I thought they looked good. Gordon apparently didn't come too well. Part of his tender broke off, so I had to make it closer, and that's a good thing, because usually Tomy engines, they're just too far away. Secondly, it may look good from far, but up close, even with the other engines, the Tipex comes really crusty, and it sometimes goes on the paint. Colored in, obviously. I use black CD marker, I repeat, and I use Tipex. Alright. Now here's something that doesn't really matter. The jet engine. All I did was use a rubber band instead of the normal couplings to make it them closer. But yet still can go on bendy track. And made it that it's always on. Scruffy, blackened the buffers. Diesel 10 was quite the best thing I've edited of all the toys besides Thomas, which I will show after this one. Because the pinchy is actually movable, sort of, with your hand, but you know, see, can make proper scenes with it, and you can make it sideways, you know, pretty much for the Mr. Conductor scene. So pretty much a lot of stuff. Made some green wire to attach it to the straw. Yeah, that's a straw covered with brown paper. Also, I've taken off the back coupling, cause let's be honest, he never uses it in anything I've seen. He doesn't need it. It just makes him look more fake. So I just took it off and made a red marker, you know, for the missing thing. I filled in the buffers as well, but it's not that clear. Thomas is a tank engine. I didn't make it, I edited. I edited the Tomy Thomas, I edited the Tomy Thomas, you know, it's pretty obvious if you compare it with the Tomy one, where this white bit is red. I mean, the American version, the white bit's red, except in some special toys like the RC one, and including these black things, they're also red, which kind of sucks. I also tried to put Tipex on the blue part and then put red marker over it, so the red would be more lightly colored. Didn't work too well, but it's quite well. Remember, this is the jet engine Thomas, the one that was one of the toys which was leastly one of the toys that was the least detail. Unfortunately, the yellow here faded, and firstly I'm too lazy, and secondly I just can't. I don't have the tools to fill it back in. Both sides, the yellow's gone. But it's a small detail which won't really matter. And that's Thomas. Told you, but any inclarable, this is how they look like, how they're supposed to look like next to the Tomy Thomas. Now for something that I did pretty much time ago, you know, before I did all the editing. It was like 6 or 7 years ago, one of the times where Toyland was in its first startings. Cause I did the editings like a year ago. I did the breakdown crane apparently though, like 6 years ago. It's a very, very small edit. the breakdown crane, the breakdown van or breakdown coach from Harvey, connected to the breakdown crane from Mavis, plus with good rope and hooks, strap it around well, and you've got the actual breakdown crane set. Let me set it how it's supposed to be. Alright, here we go. The breakdown crane with rope. I put the rope there. The rope is from the Playmobil crane, dock crane set. It can pick up some stuff, but not everything. It can't pick up engines or trucks, but it can put them up from the front. Unfortunately, James suffered a sad fate. I was trying to make the tender closer, but by the way, this is talking James. I was trying to make the tender wires closer by cutting the connection, the plastic connection, but accidentally I cut the wires while doing so, and now he doesn't work anymore for obvious reasons. I'll soon tape them together and find a rope so that he can be pulled and all that. Poor James. Poor James. One of the oldest engines I have next to Percy. I bought Percy first, then I bought Henry, and so on. Henry was the second engine I bought. In fact, right before I made Toyland, I had Henry. Now, before he had the red stuff and all that, he was pretty much edited after I edited the other engines. Means he's the oldest engine with the latest edit. I blacked in his buffers, forgot his coupling. I think I'll do it sometime. I whitened here, so back buffers, they faded out. I put them back in again, as in colored. That's pretty much it. Here is one of the weirdest edits I might have done. Technically, it's the Games Great van on the Milk Wagon, or I forgot which, but it was probably on the Milk Wagon's chassis. I also cut out this bit. This was originally going to be like, you know, the Spiteful Brake van, which is why I cut that bit there. I cut it off, I chopped it off with the scissors. Looks more solder-like. And also, anyway, I was going to use that until I decided to make my own Spiteful Brake van, which was like, you know, made of paper, so it can be broken. And he's not fixed, right? Since the Flying Kipper, I didn't fix him. He won't be fixed until further notice. He won't be fixed until further notice. See? It's all apart.